Before history began, there was fire. It is the power of a star held in a flicker of light. It is creation, and it is destruction. And it was the one thing the gods kept for themselves. The story you know is that a titan named Prometheus stole it. But the story you don't know is why. This was never a story about theft. This was a story about a choice, a rebellion. This was the story of the first war for the soul of humanity. To understand his crime, you must first understand the world he lived in. A world ruled by Zeus, king of the gods. Zeus was a god of order, a being who craved a cold, perfect, and silent universe. And in his eyes, humanity was an imperfection. We were a fragile, shivering, ignorant species living in caves and dying in the dark. Zeus saw this, and he was content. For him, a controlled, predictable creation was a good creation. But the Titan, Prometheus, saw something different. His name means forethought. He looked at the shivering creatures in the dark, and he did not see imperfection. He saw potential. He saw the flicker of curiosity in their eyes. He believed that the purpose of life was not to be controlled, but to grow, to strive, to become. And so, two cosmic philosophies stood in opposition. Zeus, the god of the perfect, static present, and Prometheus, the titan of the chaotic, limitless future. Prometheus pleaded with Zeus. Give them a chance, he argued. Give them a spark. But Zeus refused. To give humanity fire was to give them power, to give them the ability to forge tools, to build cities, to shape the world to their will. It was a power that could lead to greatness, but it could also lead to chaos, to war, to an ambition that might one day challenge the gods themselves. Zeus would not risk his perfect order, and in that refusal, Prometheus made a choice. If the gods would not give humanity the key to its own future, he would. He journeyed to the heart of Mount Olympus, the forge of the god Hephaestus, and there, from the flames that forged thunderbolts, he stole a single glowing ember. He hid this spark of divine rebellion in a hollow fennel stalk, and brought it down from the heavens to the cold. He found the first humans huddled in fear, and he gave them the gift. He taught them how to nurture it, how to use it. And for the first time, our world was not dark. The fire changed everything. With it we forged metal. We cooked our food. We gathered in communities around the light, sharing stories, creating art. The fire was not just heat. It was the birth of civilization. It was the beginning of knowledge, the beginning of progress. It was the beginning of us. But from the heights of Olympus, Zeus watched, and his fury was absolute. He had been defied. His perfect, ordered world had been contaminated with the chaos of mortal ambition. His punishment for humanity was swift, and it was cruel. He sent them Pandora and her box of sorrows. But his true, eternal vengeance was reserved for the one who had dared to defy him. He had Prometheus dragged to the highest peak of the Caucasus Mountains. There he was chained to a rock with chains forged by the same god whose fire he had stolen. And Zeus sent a final, horrifying torment. Every day a monstrous eagle would fly down from the sky, and it would eat the Titan's liver. And every night, because he was immortal, the liver would grow back, only for the torment to begin again at dawn. Day after day, year after year, for 30,000 years. This was the price, the eternal, unimaginable agony of one being for the future of an entire species. The hero was branded a criminal, the visionary punished for his vision. The story of Prometheus is the story of humanity. We live in the world he gave us. Every city we build, every book we write, every scientific discovery we make, it is all born from the embers of his fire. His gift gave us the power to become like gods ourselves, but it also gave us the power to destroy. Zeus feared the chaos of our freedom. Prometheus gambled on our potential, and that gamble, that eternal war between control and freedom, between safety and progress, did not end on that mountain peak. It is a war that is still fought every single day within ourselves and within our civilization. Prometheus suffered for a future he would never see, a future where a fragile species once huddled in the dark could one day look up at the stars and decide to reach for them. He was punished for believing in us. The only question left is whether or not we are worthy of his sacrifice.